Hello from Later TV. This is King Cool. And welcome to the Toast Reviews. I got this one pretty close this week because the disc I wanted didn't show up and didn't realize it until like 3 days later. I just got it today. But today we're in the middle of Submarine. We're still doing submarine movies. So this week we're doing Fantastic Voyage from 1966. Probably one of the older movies I've watched on the show, except for Attack the 50-Foot Woman. It's always something about people being small, people being big. What was it with you people in the 50s and 60s? I don't get it. Anyway, today in the show we're doing cinnamon raisin bread. And here we go. I mean, almost what is there to say about Fantastic Voyage? In the sense that it's quite an interesting little movie. And okay, I'll be honest, I read the novelization like, God, it was several years ago now because I was in college. Well, I was on the bus reading stuff, and so I pretty much knew everything that was going to happen in this movie. And I'll say this, if they ever remake Fantastic Voyage, I think it might be a candy bit of casting if they cast Rob Corddry as Donald Pleasant's character. They have a certain similarity. Not obviously really in demeanor, but just in their look. So yeah, they have to shrink down a submarine to put inside some guy's bloodstream, and you know, the inside of a man's body, as you know, looks like incredibly weird looking sets. But on the other hand, at the time it was just like, this is just mind blowing. And I think it's actually more interesting this way, the more that these things sort of represent certain parts of the body, rather than like nowadays it would just be like, yeah, okay, what does that actually look like? Let's use our billion times magnifying camera. Okay, it would actually look like this, and let's make it with CGI. And it's like, that would be boring. I almost want to see a movie with, like, you know, a CGI submarine, and all the sets that represent the inside of the body are still cheap sets. I think that would be cool. But no, I liked this movie. It's quite tense with the things continuing to go wrong. See, this stuff I don't want to toast very long, so this might end up being a shorty. Things go wrong for the crew. Things malfunction. You know, they're like, oh, we got to do this. At one point, I think it's one of the ballasts runs out of, doesn't have, like, it ruptures or something, so they don't have, they lose pressure, so they don't have any air to put it in. And they say, well, we're in the lung, we'll get all the air we could need. So just puncture this alveoli, and it'll fill with air. And this is slightly changed in the novelization by Isaac Asimov, because that wouldn't work, because, you know, the air molecules would be too big to really make much pressure. So he gave them a smaller miniaturizer so they could miniaturize the air. There's a couple, you know, little science flubs like this. But as far as, like, I mean, I don't know as much about human anatomy as probably this movie does. So they talk about, like, certain parts of the ear or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know. But it's just sort of interesting that you can make like an effective submarine movie, one with a smaller crew. I mean, not that everyone on a submarine, on a regular submarine, is always named, but you can make it a very small crew, very small, and put it in a totally different place. I'm trying to think, what else do they do that a regular submarine movie might do? Well, they don't really have, it's not like a captain instruction. The captain's like, oh, well, your tactics are unorthodox. You're going to threaten the lives of this crew, and thank God there's no scene like that. Oh, I don't know. I liked it. I mean, I just don't have much to say about it. Because, like, again, I see so few movies from this time period that I really don't have much to compare them to. Anyway, my toast is done. I'm not even hungry. I already had lunch, so I probably should have only done one piece. In fact, I meant to do that, and then I didn't do it. So, we got one movie left for Submarine May. What is it gonna be? I still got a Hunt for Red October I could do, but we shall see. Thank you all for watching. This is King Cool. Drive home safe. After the toast and after the crunch, there's the crust. See, a big thing I forgot to talk about. So when they're inside the human body, one of them talks about, like, you know, the infinite something or other, and okay, I don't want to spoil anything, but the sleeve you get it from Netflix will spoil this, so not really doing much. You know, someone on the board has a different agenda than the rest of the crew. You know, dun dun dun. And possibly the person with a different agenda gets in an argument with one of the other characters when one of them's like, look at the infinite something or other and the greatness of design. And someone's like, well, that's just 500 million years of evolution. It's like, you can't possibly say this happened by accident and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know, this was part of that period in the 60s where, you know, we were trying to distinct ourselves from the Russians, from the communists, they were officially godless, and by, you know, distincting ourselves as a Christian nation, all that other stuff, and it's like, yeah, you know, it's a good thing that's all passed, isn't it? Oh, topical here on Toast Reviews. Whoa.